Ooh, da 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 da. We are here now. Um, Welcome to the is this annual? I legitimately don't know. Don't know if we've done this annually or not. But it's the Scotty was Uncle Scotty non-denominational holiday extravaganza, a almost year end to whatever the hell this year was, or whatever the hell any year is. But alas, here we are. Um, Welcome. I what what a time to be alive, right? What a time to see ourselves through a pandemic. What a time to enjoy ourselves and figure out what we're good and what we're not good at. What a time to watch things and not have to leave the house. All these things kind of equated to what this year was. Um, Not for me personally. I still had to go to work and everything like that. But at the same time, uh, didn't learn anything about myself either, actually. So kind of a bad, not really, not a great exhibit overall. Um, but yeah, it was a year. It was a year, and we can all say that. Luckily, I was able to get some travel in at the start of the year, get this thing going with a bang. Like, all right, cool, going back home, hanging out, enjoying myself, watching some hockey, watching a lot of hockey. Then coming back sick, and then the rest of the year just a shitty drop off. Missed trips to Calgary, missed trips to Montreal, missed trips to everywhere. Everything shut down. Hockey shut down early. Everyone was in disarray. People not wearing masks. This is a year that everyone's just like, this could be just an entire history book. And I'm sure it can be. Sure it will be. Is it going to be? I don't know. Don't plan to take on a history course anytime soon. But I think as a whole, as a people, what we enjoyed the most was the sheer fact of figuring out what we could do and what we did do with free time if we were allowed it. For me, the free time in and of itself allowed me to go ahead and get certified at my job. So I have letters behind my name. I'm officially a CRCST as of August. That was pretty cool. Speed run the entire course in just under 4 months, which either shows the prowess that I have in order to learn things and get these things tested, or it shows how anybody with a little book learning can do and get certified, or it shows how little the educational system is actually needed, and we just need a couple months and a book, and away we go. I mean, those are all the options we can have, and all the options we can take away from this. So personally, like this year wasn't terribly that bad. Like I said, I got out to go to travel. I got to see home again. Um, I was able to get certified. I didn't have to be holed up in my apartment the entire time. That was pretty nice. I'm sure I would go crazy with that. I see other people at their homes and staying at home and being holed up that way, and I'm sure that's just hellish. And I couldn't imagine that. I'm sure if I got into a groove, that'd be something that would be kind of fun, kind of a situation where I would enjoy it. But I did nothing. The times I were at home, I were at home. Is that grammatically correct? The times in which I was at home, there it is. I was able to not do anything. I was able to just dick around and do nothing. And all the and it kind of goes with year in and year out. Every year, it's just like I set this. I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to get this all done in the year. At least start something, and that never happens. Whether it just be just pure tiredness, or just overall just lack of interest in it. After I initially thought I'd have some interest in it, but we are, same this year, kind of, but a little bit more kick in the ass to say, hey, listen, you were given a chance to do it. You still haven't done it. So, you can either give up on your dream now or actually do it, stupid. So I got that going for me, at least, which is nice. Here it hasn't been bad. Like life. I'm healthy. I got the vaccine. Things are okay overall. as a whole in the world, not really that great. Obviously, people are dying. People are not being able to see their family for the holidays, which is something I've become accustomed to for the past 16 years of my life. So it's something that I'm not entirely broken up over. Would it be nice to go back home for the holidays? Sure, it's pretty on the nose. Something that everybody would want to do. Spend time with their family on the holidays. It's what holidays really are for. But here we are. We are just hanging out with ourselves, with our little bubble. And yeah, I haven't been home for Christmas, Jesus, since no, it's longer than that, longer than 16 years, probably 17 years, because 2003, and then I couldn't go home from 04 until 07, and then when I did, I went home for summer, and then after that, I was just never got the time off for Christmas. Just had to work Christmas because it was extra money, and now like rotating holidays, maybe next year because I don't have to work Christmas or New Year's. Maybe next year I can go ahead and go home for the holidays if it's allowed. I don't know. I think this year for me has been fine. It's been inflective. It hasn't been any different. The only difference in terms is not making a trip to see the daughter, not making a trip to a draft. And other than that, status has been quo. I think that kind of bodes well for living in North Dakota, where there is really nothing to do except drink and hockey, and then hockey season would have been off, and then the bars had to close early. And even now, at 37, I realized, yeah, you're not a bar star anymore. You can go ahead and just, slag off and do what you need to, and just drink when you want to, not have a regimen with that. Though I do miss those. I'm not gonna lie, I do miss those days. I do miss those Fridays going and just, having a time and not worrying about the consequences until afterwards. Those are fun days. But those days come and go, and then you move on with your life while moving forward. Hopefully your 2020 was somewhat profitable. I think we all learned a little bit about ourselves and our survival technique and our panic triggers. I think those are something that we've definitely figured out upon ourselves, as well as what we like, what our enjoyments are, what our partners' enjoyments are, and then realizing if we love them or hate them, or both, For me, I realized I like watching other people play video games that I'm not really great at. I mean, that's pretty cool. See people succeed that way. Create some comedy in the instance too. I mean, I think the rise of an internet star has never been brighter than it has been this year. Everyone started a podcast. Everyone started a vlog. Everyone had a YouTube channel or a Twitch channel or something. They figured it out. And good for them. Glad for them. Happy for them. Tried to start Twitch. Started that first off last week, way behind the curve. But I was ahead of curve in podcasting, so I think I'm allowed a foible like that. But man, the stuff that people have to do for Twitch and YouTube to get views and stuff like that, I don't know if I have the chutzpah anymore. I don't know if I have the clout anymore. I don't know if I have the patience, time, or drive anymore. That kind of sucks. That's an inflection I realized this year too. Something that the drive that I have is conducive upon what I feel will be successful. And I think that's kind of staggered my entire life in terms of trying to reach the next level in media. In that, boy, when you look at something and you're like, man, I've been doing this for X amount of years. What is it going to take for us to get to that next level? And then you see all these other people around you who, rightly or wrongly, have other gigs or have a better standing. And then you wonder what the hell you're doing wrong and why you're not applying to the lowest common denominator. But at that same time, it's kind of like, is selling out worth the price? And there's times where I think, yeah, you got to sell out. I'll share something right now. So I was approached with there's a company called There's a company called Hot Mic. I don't even know if they're still around. I'm gonna check that out right now. So Hot Mic, what they wanted to do, and they tried to um they tried to get streamers to stream games. So they wanted a Twitch where people were somehow in sync with their TV and the streamers who they're watching. And they wanted to do this and they did it with soccer, and it seemed to be successful with other places where it became Twitch, but they're watching sporting events and then commentating on. So basically, they're doing their own play-by-play while people watched along, which is kind of weird. Which, first off, I think somewhat illegal. I don't know if you can do that. I don't know how you get the rights for that, but whatever. That's not for me. I'm not their legal team. So they approached me. First off, they confused the brand that I have with another brand with KHO, rather, Jillian Kermer. I apologize for butchering her last name. I know I did. She has an article in the KHL called Face Off, the Face Off. So first off, great research by them, confusing both her and I, who've never met before and don't even talk together. And at the same time, it's like, oh yeah. And then I took them up. I kind of listened to their pitch, and I'm just like, okay. So what you want me to do is not only get people, not only will I not make money unless people sign up for it, I have to do some kind of video editing or make some kind of screen behind me, so it's not like this cavalcade around me. Not my flex wall, not my back wall, not my toy shelves. Like, I have to make some kind of background, and then I have to commentate on a game I'm watching rather than watch the game intently, and then maybe make MST3K references then there, and then hope amongst hope the sync works up between their TV stream and our stream. There's a lot of moving parts in there, and then you guys want me to do this on no money, and then try to pyramid scheme these people into subscribing and then donating. So it's essentially Twitch, but nobody knows what this thing is. Okay, yeah, no, pass on that. There's a part of me that's saying, you know what, maybe sell out, maybe see how it goes, maybe see. But as they broke it down, and it's just like, nah, it's like, this seems A, silly, B, the hockey community as a whole wouldn't go for something like that. Like, they would go for that after the fact. I don't think they would go for it in game to have some jabron commentate on that. But they're still around, so good for them. They seem to be big in the football area, and it seems like basketball area. They've got top hosts. There are 3 of them. So stand-up comedy commentary. How about that? Good for them. Okay. I mean, that was something that came up, and I'm just like, maybe it's good to sell out, but then I'm just like, yeah, I don't know if this is the way to be. I can just go on Twitch and do the same bleeping thing. So, and then it's just a matter of, is, like you said, that part where selling out wasn't worth it. But if there's another part, but the part of your mind is what if you don't get a chance again? What if that's the way you get noticed and move on from there? The odds of that happening, and probably not great. The odds of that actually, coming forth and getting you somewhere, probably not great either. But you never know. And I'm not going to know either. I mean, I hope they're doing well. I hope they're doing great. I guess, whatever. They have subscribers, they have donations. What can you do? But yeah, there's that came along, and not much else. And then you look at streaming wise for us, for the Face Off Hockey Show and everything like that. There's been peaks, there's been valleys, and there's been valleys, and there's been valleys and some peaks. We've done well. We're almost 20 years in. We keep on doing this, and the fluctuation has been fantastic. I don't care, Creative Cloud. I don't care if you have apps. But keeping doing this has been fantastic. But it's another thing where I wish we had something bigger, where I wish we could find a way to get something bigger or get more consistent or get people that say they're our friends to come up and hang out with us. There's that. But yeah, it is what it is. You also have to take into effect we all have real lives, and then we have to, deal with those real lives. And if we wanted to dedicate everything to it, we should have from the beginning. But our dedication is good. I think we have a good dedicated. We all show up every week. Would I want it to be more? Hell yeah, dude! I would love to be a regular show. To do it multiple times a week. It would be great if I didn't have to go to work and that was my only job. But you have to with capitalism the way it is. I have to stay working at a hospital to get the money, to pay for gear, to pay for the time to do the streaming thing. Until there's a windfall of money, whether it be lottery or dead relative or otherwise, yes, we're stuck at a once a week deal, which, limits your options. But alas, here we are. I learned that we're people listen to us. Whether they like us or not, another story entirely. But people listen to us. I saw the numbers. I know they're listening to us. But yeah. And then now we move forward. Like we've progressed in our Maryland situation. Maryland hockey. Johnny P and I teaming up to cover the Black Bears has been awesome. People enjoy that. There are some good things. We get recognized a lot for what we do with the team and with the hockey in general. And then you look at other people who do the bare minimum and just jump on stuff. And yeah, I don't know. My bitterness, it's not just Maryland. It's not even Maryland hockey scene. My bitterness comes from the other hockey scene, the hockey Twitter in general. But, there's a lot of gripes in this world, but Festivus was yesterday. I can't talk about it anymore. What's the plans for 2021? Maybe stream more. Maybe do these little fireside chats once a week. Do it either on YouTube or on Twitch. Right now, I can work YouTube better, even though Twitch has a better format, has a better layout, has a better programming. I don't know. I'm dumbfounded with what to do. It's going to take a bit, and I think I can get there in the next week before 2021 starts. Do you think? Maybe? No? All right. In any case, we digress. I hope that 2021 sees some travel for me. I hope that I can get out of the house and, I've got part of the vaccine. I got shot one of the vaccine the other day. So hopefully the booster helps out, and then more people, when it gets exposed to the public there, they can go ahead and get it. And that'd be great. And then we can all go out and have a fun time. Drink at a bar again. That's something I want to do. Go out with friends, drink at a bar, see a performance. Go see a hockey game live in person. That'd be cool. But here we are. Stuck inside. Well, for me, it's a blizzard outside, so I would be stuck inside anyway. Don't want to go outside. It's too goddamn cold out there. But maybe widespread. Maybe I don't have to wear a mask as frequently. I mean, I do it because it's a duty. It's a pain in the ass, but you got to do what you got to do. But yeah, hopefully things will get better. Hopefully that windfall of opportunity will happen. Hopefully I can maybe make it into the streaming world. Get enough clout where I can just do this as a full-time job. Do podcasting as a full-time job and get money for it. That'd be cool. Of course, then I'd be stuck in my house. And I said earlier in the show that I didn't want to be stuck in my house because I'd go insane. But I think if I had something to do in structured work, maybe I wouldn't go insane. The conundrum that is this world of wanting more, but not wanting too much. Either way. What has this brought to us? Nothing. What has this stream done? Very little. Yeah, it's just here. It's here. It's me blathering about the year. So I had time, because in other places I really don't necessarily have the time to talk about the year, talk about anything like that. And this is yet another format to just put my thoughts down in word focus and then go from there. Play the Switch a lot. Got a Switch. Got back into video games, mostly just Animal Crossing because it's a chill game and relaxing and takes my nerves away after a day at the hospital. But yeah, I mean, hopefully 2021 yields something bigger. It's always the hope. It's always the carrot. and the stick. You just have to go after the carrot, but you never catch that carrot. How do you outsmart yourself to get that carrot and bust through the stick? I think that was it was Gandhi who said that. Not entirely sure, but it's a matter now of just the carrot's out there, the carrot's dangling, the carrot's just hanging out, having a fun time. I know what that carrot is. I know what's indulged in that carrot, but I'm just behind it. But what's the motivation to get me to it? And that's something that I have to figure out myself. It's like the psychology podcast I did for like 7 weeks, then dumped because I was bored of it and didn't get much traction. You know, move onward from there, I guess. So this was 20 some minutes of our time. We did well. The 2 people who are here watching, God bless. Thank you for taking some kind of interest in it. For everyone else who watches this later, yeah, you can catch me on the internet. If you have any questions, have any things, if you want me to do these weekly chats on here or on Twitch, maybe we'll do that. Steal other people's bits, and then people have stole from our podcast. I can probably steal from other podcasts. And then we'll move on from there as a people. But yeah, the podcast is what it is. Solo podcasts are hard, and I've realized this when I do Chesapeake Hockey Week stuff. It's like I can edit it to the point where I sound pretty good and get all the ums and ahs and all the dead space out of it. But boy, doing this live on the fly is a pain in the ass, man. I don't know how people do this all the time. I mean, thanks, Poisel. Appreciate it, buddy. Hope all is well with you and your family. Yeah, it's a situation where I don't know what's going, how people do this for a living, just one-on-one. I do this with a crew on podcasts mostly, and that's fun. That's fine. I get people to play off of. Can't play off myself. That's schizophrenia. And then they take you to the doctor, and then away you go. You're in a padded room, not having a great time with yourself. But maybe, just maybe, if there's enough traction in this, we can go ahead and do a weekly thing, and then maybe that gains traction. Or it's just me journaling my slow decline into insanity. Either way, I think we get value for it. That's more value for your money. That's free. That's free content for you folk. A man's slow demise into midlife crisis at 38. Going to be 38. I don't have a calendar for 2021 yet. Jesus, okay. I had to get that. Paper calendars for me are the thing to go. I can't do those daily calendars. My mom kept giving me those daily calendars. I just can't keep up with it. I just get bored after ripping pages off. I also still haven't got my parents' gift yet, thanks to USPS. And God bless the people who are doing postal work and doing delivery packages. I mean, FedEx and DHL and UPS and USPS. God bless them. But man, dude, the logistics stink. It's not the people delivering them, and the logistics people trying to figure this whole thing out. It's been terrible. So I don't have my parents' Christmas gift yet. So that sucks. That's a shitty thing, but it is what it is. Though it'll show up eventually, and I'll have second Christmas, or as I have to call it, second Christmas. All right, I've run out of things to speak about. This was just the State of the Waz address, or as I like to call it, the Uncle Scotty Non-Denominational Holiday Extrava-Danza. I hope you guys stay safe. I hope you all are doing the precautions you need to keep you and your family safe. You have to take care of yourself and someone else all the time, but it's something I think now, that was more of a mental health thing. Now this is actually more of a physical health thing. So that's how we roll. That's how we're doing it right now. Maybe this goes on. Maybe this doesn't. I got my socials at Scotty Waz on pretty much everything. You can find me. And yeah, maybe we will continue. Maybe we won't. Maybe this is a one-off. Maybe this is a test thing. Comment below or hit me up on my socials. I'm Scotty Waz. This has been Uncle Scotty's Non-Denominational Holiday Extravaganza. Take care of yourselves and someone else, and maybe I'll see you the next time through. Or not. Either way, be well. Peace.